Good evening and welcome to another Monday Night Live. It is a big week here at Precision Golf. But first things first, let's talk a little bit about the pairs comp at the weekend on the PGA Tour, LPGA Tour. They came together. Nice to see Jason Day playing, a decent size, name in the world of golf, and putting his name and marker down for what is second year, but it's certainly something that a lot of golf tours around the world want to get involved with. Did you see any of it? Thoughts on it?
A little bit. I think thoughts on it. I think it's a real pity that it is when it is. Actually,
End
I
of
think
season,
they could
right?
bin off a blooming ordinary tournament midway through the year and actually get them together, because I think actually it lost a bit of something. Like, no one's really watching golf now. The season's over. Darts is on. But I think ultimately I think if it was a little bit earlier in the season, you'd actually get a bit of something about it. And actually, Tom Kim, his partnership, they're having a lot of fun. And I think it's a shame it's now and not a couple of months earlier.
Sean Norris won on the DP World Tour down at Leopard Creek. That's always a cracker of an event and venue. Of course, we get to see Tony Johnson out there with his binoculars.
Bushwhacking.
And hopefully you enjoyed some of the coverage. That's the housekeeping for the world of golf covered up. As per usual, we've got our disc jockey in James behind the tunes there, spinning the discs of the cameras. We've got our two iPads taking your questions. But the big topic tonight is obviously taking your questions as usual. Let's talk about Friday Night Live that's coming this week, 6 p.m. We've got more world ranking points in the building than we've ever had before in Charlie Hull and Todd Clements. So super exciting couple of hours. Live studio audience as well. We've got close to 40 people. If you do want to join us, drop us an email. We might be able to squeeze you in the back door, but only if you bring mince pies with you.
Not mince pies.
No?
Just the pastry. Just take the pastry top off and bring that along. Not the filling.
Got it. Well, I'll have the mince pies. Exciting Friday night. I'm really excited by it. To have Charlie and Todd in, and we're obviously going to play a little bit of golf. We're going to have to take some questions from you guys, studio audience, quiz them over their year and their season. How are you feeling?
Excited about it. It's kind of on the 2 hour bit, just sort of the danger is overthinking it and actually forgetting to just have fun. I think that's the most important thing. Is we get them in, have a laugh, see them, learn from them, find out everything you want to from them. But actually, it's a great end of year. It's Christmas time. We're all here to have fun, and it's not kind of.
I'm getting a cab in, so it could get loose. I'm going to be on the gin and tonics, so stay tuned. Get that bleep button ready, James, because it could be a loose
swear
one.
jar.
Yeah, exactly. Well, listen, no further ado. Let's get into some questions. That's what you're all here for. Simon Langford. Evening, guys. Do you know, we are weeks away from me putting my glasses on to read these questions. Thanks for your hard work during the year. I'd like to ask Simon what make or model of iron he'd suggest for my son, who's just started playing golf in Exeter University. Simon Langford.
Difficult one, because he could deliver the club so many different ways. One of the clubs that, if you want to get longevity out of them, then Ping are very good for that, because they've got the external weight on the toe that you can manage balance and you can develop, and you can move the loft and the lies fairly easily with those. But that allows you to kind of keep the heads and have a bit of longevity to them, and have some versatility to how you set them up as well. So you can keep ahead and change shafts over time as his game develops. But that from our point of view, from a build point of view, is about the most versatile.
If you're new to the channel, this is something that we do every Monday night, 6 p.m. We take all of your questions on golf instruction and club fitting. Simon is the man for club fitting. I'm your man for golf instruction. Tell your friends. We do this every week. It'd be great to get more and more people signing in. Volker R. Hi, I have some problems with low heel strikes, especially with the driver. Low heel strikes are a common flaw with golfers. The biggest problem is the fact that the club shaft has got much longer, and the fact that you're pulling on the golf club for a long time, which makes the handle arrive too soon, which makes the heel lead, and obviously makes you then strike it out the heel. And of course, if you've got a face that is close to your path, if you're a draw bias golfer and then you whack one out the heel, you can very easily see a slice. The best advice, move the ball a long way forwards in your stance, and you will start to get rid of a heel strike. I believe there is a second part to the question. I've just had a board hung up. Is there something that might help regarding flex, swing weight, or anything else? Well, I did this golf swing.
Yeah, cover the swing bars. Yeah, I mean, the answer is potentially all of the above. A lot of drivers off the rack are long, so average length of driver on tour is under 45 inches. Average length of driver for retail off the rack is 45 and a half, 45 and 3/4. So a lot of the time, the drivers are too long for most of us to actually get stable delivery and consistent strikes. So shaft length is certainly one element, and that can have knock-on effects to swing weight. Could be driver shaft setup and dead weight as well. So there are a number of factors from the club standpoint too.
Christmas cardigan on Friday?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I won't be wearing anything other than
I'm glad you added
some
to that.
reindeers. Keith, hello.
A couple of gin and tonics.
Yeah, Keith, hello. Just wondering if the shafts at Precision Golf can be tested in existing Ping G425 hybrid and driver heads.
Yes, they can be. Yeah, because the adapters are the same for the 425, the 430, and the upcoming 440. I can say it because everyone's seen it online now. I can't talk about it, but we've all seen the name. The adapters are the same, so we can use the Unifit systems here, and the adapters in the hybrids that we use, we can put any of our test shafts into those. So yeah, not a problem at all.
Papa B, hello young men. Would you please hit the hazardous Black Gen 5 and the Ventus Blue Velocore in a driver and compare the two? You boys are awesome. Wow, that's really nice.
And the hazardous Black Gen 5s we'll have in the new year. So those, whilst they're in a lot of the going to be in a lot of the demo kits for the new products, it's going to be a stock shaft for a lot of them. We haven't got them yet, but we'll do that in the new year.
We do aim to get through all of the questions, so get them in super early so we don't run out of time. This hour goes so quickly. It goes quicker and quicker every week, doesn't it?
The only bit that's going to remind me that it's 2 hours next week is my lower back.
Yeah, and the fact that we're going to have a clock up on the wall so that we know what.
Quite true. Yeah.
Counting down, right? Josh Gunton, hi guys. Hi Josh. This is a name I've not seen before. I'm trying to work on some swing speed over the winter. Any recommendations of techniques to increase speed? And what are your thoughts on swing aids that can help? Stack system speed sticks. We have this question quite a lot on the show. First of all, if you're embarking on increasing club speed, make sure you get yourself checked out. Make sure you haven't got any issues physically. I think it's always important. Maybe get screened by a TPI guy or girl. I think that would be really useful. But the stack system, there's lots of different systems out there. Just don't go too mad, get yourself injured, and then you're out for the winter time. Technique-wise, you want to get yourself a little bit longer in the backswing, get your feet working a little bit more, and those two ingredients will certainly add on some speed. You might lose some direction, depends how good your grip is, but those would be the two directions to increase swing speed, would be my advice. Declan Murphy, I have a driver issue, struggling to close the face and see a weak right miss. I swing around 110 miles an hour. Could this be a shaft issue as I play 8 degrees stiff, or AV orange setup? Thanks and love the show.
Thanks for the question. The answer is it could be, yes. It's really, from a shaft point of view, it's hard for me to say. In most circumstances, absolutely, this is causing it. The Tensei Orange is a back-weighted shaft, it's a counterbalance shaft. For some players, that would cause them. For me, that would cause a flip left. For others, there's not enough momentum there to build to take you through the shot, and it can cause a right miss. So it could be a head weight issue as well. So it's one of those definitely maybe answers, I'm afraid. But the only way of knowing is to test with some options and diagnose exactly what's happening.
The Yorkshire Blade is in. Hi, Simon, Stuart. Can't wait for Friday. Have re-weighted my irons after a change up to mid-size grips, but find I'm hitting it a little higher on the blade. Thoughts, please.
So depending on what grip you've gone to and how much grip weight you've added and how much then therefore head weight you've had to add, the total weight of the club in some instances could go up to 14, 15 grams. So what that can do is it can mean the club gets a little behind, and then you've got to fetch the head at it, which can lead you to deliver a bit more loft and pop it up the face a bit more. So that's potentially what's happening, rather than being able to cover it, stay in front, and deliver a better impact position.
Very good. Is an overdraw, Kyle Millward, is an overdraw with irons more likely to be shaft too heavy or light? Love you guys. Well, we love you too.
The answer is yes to that. So the reason I say this, for me, if I get the club behind me, then I tend to fetch it and create the overdraw. If it's light, I can hold onto the club head and manage the club face more. For others, it's the opposite. Gets behind, shove the handle forward, miss it right, and then like they'd flip left. So it depends on the player and your patterns, but both can create it depending on the player.
Cliff asks, hi Simon, could you compare the G430 3-wood set at 16 degrees versus the GT2 16.5 degree head at a 90-ish mile-an-hour swing speed, please?
Give it a go.
So not only got to try them, but you've also got to tune in your club speed. I'll take a little look over on my channel, see what's going on. Andaman 1970, hi gents, I'm looking at a lighter shaft for my irons. Want something that feels similar to the KBS Tour Fit 120S. Any suggestions, Simon?
Oh, sorry, I was getting
that's all right.
Focusing
that's
on the
heads. We'll ask that question in a moment when Simon comes back. Gary Satterfield. Hey guys, great part 1 and part 2 of your 5-part series, Stu. Thank you, Gary. Can you give us a hint of what part 3 is going to be about? And are you guys going to have a house band Friday night? Thanks. No. Well, Simon's going to be bringing his guitar in. He's just said, no, he's not. James is bringing in his recorder, and 2 of them, and I'm bringing in my banjo, or that's what I like to call it. And we're going to have a right old sing-song. But no, it's going to be lots of fun and frolics going on Friday. Gary, I'm going to be on the gin and tonic, so it is going to get loose. Can't promise the beat button won't get used. So Andaman 1970, Simon asks, looking for a lighter shaft for my irons. Want something that feels similar to a KBS Tour Fit 120S. Any suggestions?
KBS. I mean, actually, feel-wise, it'll be a little softer, but the 110, KBS 110 would certainly do that. I mean, the other one in the KBS you could go to if you want that lightweight. Actually, lightweight, the Oban, the CT 115, isn't going to be a million miles off. Similar balance point, maybe a little higher balance point, but that depending on how much weight you want to drop, that would be a good option.
Very good. Yeah, FLT again. I need glasses, James. I need glasses. It's coming. It's coming. The New Year glasses. BMC 112. I believe he's a member of the channel. Thank you for being a member. If you'd like to be a member, see our content nice and early, or support what we do here at Precision, jump online and join us. Still buzzing about my fitting with Simon and Jack on Thursday. Well worth the drive. Glad you enjoyed it. Josh Gunton, what's going to win the showdown at Shadow Creek tomorrow? What's the showdown at Shadow Creek?
That'll be, that's most likely going to be the kind of one of these sort of grand matches that they go on about. I'm honestly not aware of what format they're playing.
Who's playing?
I'm not 100% aware of who's playing.
It
could be, well, there's talk about Rory and someone.
Is this Rory and someone against Bryson and someone?
It's something I've not really kept on top of this one, as you can tell.
Well, Josh, fill us in and we'll give you our views.
Yeah.
Even though we have no idea of what's going on at the moment. Shako, good evening, gents. Good evening, Shako. How much difference between a Ventus TR Blue 5 regular versus a 5 stiff will you feel in a driver? I feel like I've got a bit more energy tonight. I don't know about you. Are you feeling it?
Zipped up, yeah. The answer is there's about 2 grams in it from a weight point of view, and it will feel a little bit firmer. But it's not vast. It's going to feel a bit tighter through the shaft. But that is it. It's really not a huge difference.
Very good. Nicholas Peterson, what differences would you expect in ball flight and dispersion from a KBS Tour light, stiff 100 grams-ish, and dynamic golf mid 115 gram S300 iron shafts?
The mid and the 115 versus the Tour light. And the Tour light in theory is a higher flight. It's lighter weight. It's a higher balance point, so it's easier to get it through. It's going to be a totally different delivery to the Dynamic Gold Mid 115, 115 grams, pretty tip balanced. In theory, a softer tip, but it's going to create such a very different pattern through the ball. So purely on shaft alone, you might see a few hundred revs more spin and a little bit more launch out of the KBS Tour Light. But there are players that will end up covering it more and turning it over. So again, player specific, but in principle, half a degree to a degree more launch out of the tour light stiff and a few hundred revs more.
Michael Barber asks, well, Shako goes on to say, by the way, at 100 miles an hour of clubhead speed, and he was asking about the TR Blue 5 regular versus the 5 stiff. Will you feel in a driver?
You'll feel a bit, but it's just going to feel a bit firmer. That's it.
Yeah, okay. Michael Barber, hi guys. I currently play the Ping G400 steel shaft green dot lie angle. Thinking of switching to graphite due to arthritis. Would switching affect lie angle and need another fitting? Many thanks.
It might do a little bit, yeah. It will change your delivery a little bit. So it may mean no difference at all to lie. It may mean a degree and a half, possibly. So one of those definitely maybe answers, I'm afraid.
Give it a swipe.
Right.
Give it a swipe.
15 degree lofted up.
15 degree lofted up to the 16.
So that gets it towing in. So with the Ping heads, with any head, when you add loft, it brings the toe in. So sits a little bit closed. Right.
Yeah. How many balls you hit tonight?
I hit a few earlier when we were testing around with a very, very light 2-iron lofted down to 13 degrees.
Oh, nice. That sounds like a wonderful golf. A light 13
Doesn't
degree
really, it's not good for dialing anything in, let's put it that way. So, right.
Dialing in numbness.
Yeah. It's got that a little bit heavy. But should see, face a little bit closed, should see a little bit of a drawbar to it. I'll try and catch the small ball first because that'll have no spin because that was a fat. Okay. So both heads designed for pretty good for low on the face. The Ping's that bit shallower. For me, it spins a reasonable bit. I play quite a low spin fairway head. So 13.7 launch, 3.8 on spin, slightly heely, slightly. Then switch over to the Titleist in the standard position. The big difference is going to be how the heads sit. So the Titleist not being towed in, it's a neutral sitting head anyway, but it sits, looks relative to the Ping a little open. So for a player like me that has a left miss, if anything, seeing it toe in is quite uncomfortable, whereas this visually looks a lot more comfortable. You can see a lot more of the face on this as well, actually.
How many balls are you going to be hitting between now and Friday?
Not too many.
Yeah, sure.
Not too, quite busy. So. Oh, that was a horrible strike. That was Healy. That's spun a rather a lot. I'd say a lot of it is visually. It's a much more. Make sure I pick the right loft up. Yeah. It's a much more comfortable visual. Not swinging that one particularly well, but I'm getting a bit more launch out of this because there's more natural loft on it. The head looks more lofted. I think from a measured loft point of view, this is sitting at more loft than the Ping was. But yeah, more fade bars for me. But ultimately, more launch angle I'm getting from the Titleist from the Ping turned in.
Very good. Very good. Hopefully that answers your questions. Chris S.
I'm going to swing it like that before Friday.
Chris S. Been thinking that my Titleist GT3 is too long at Titleist standard length. What tendencies do you see in people with shafts that are too long?
Inconsistent ball strike, club face control issues. The club's just going to feel unwieldy, so actually staying balanced and stable and being able to generate speed, that's where it becomes tougher.
Very good. Very good. Declan Murphy, thanks for that. I've been onto Stuart's channel after watching these and enjoying the coaching. Thank you, Declan. Really appreciate that. Richard Skinner, hi guys. Just want to express my gratitude for the amazing content you guys have delivered this year. Truly amazing. Looking forward to a magnificent 2025.
Very kind. Thank you very much.
Yeah, very good. Declan Murphy, what would ideal TrackMan numbers be to aim for? I've booked in a few TrackMan sessions to work on my game as suggested on one of Stuart's videos. Well, depends on what shape you want to see, angle of attack, depending on your clubhead speed. A good window would be between 2.5 and 4.5. You want to err on the slightly lighter angle of attack if your swing speed is low. You want to err on the slightly higher side, or you can get away with a slightly higher angle of attack if you've got a bit more clubhead speed.
Is this for driver or?
Well, this is for irons, yeah,
Yep.
irons off the floor. Path line, again, if you're looking for a draw, you want to see something between 1 and 3 positive. If you're looking for a draw, you want to see anything between 0 and -2 for your face to path value. And flip those around the other way if you're looking to fade. Those would be your numbers. But if you look on my channel, you'll always see the 4 boxes up there, and that will give you a good insight into what the numbers you're looking for. Richard Skinner has asked that. Declan, Golf Nerd 3. Have you guys considered filming any course vlogs? Would be fun to watch Stuart and Simon go up against each other. It's the time, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I did. I think I said to you guys. I mean, I did a 9-hole vlog. I went out with my wife and played 9 holes. It took 4.5 hours to play 9 holes, and then this is the kicker. It took me about 15 to 18 hours of edit time for that 9 holes. It is so much time for 9 holes of golf. So, you know, unless you've got a full-time videographer and not a busy diary, it would be easy to do.
Yeah.
I have
fun to do, but yeah, say it's a heck of a commitment.
Yeah, it really is. I've missed someone at the top. Marble. Could you hold that sign back up again, Jay? Which one have I missed? Missed Mark Bliss 49. Sorry about that, Mark. I am looking for you. Let's not miss anyone out. Oh, right, at the very top. Hi, Stuart. Oh my goodness, the very first one. Sorry, Mark, my apologies for that. Hi, Stuart. Love video of low handicap golfer Dean, and I see my swing faults in line with this. Working on the right glute to left heel, but on occasion hit it fat. I think the issue is lateral slide. Yeah, absolutely. So the more you load into your left leg at the top of the backswing, it's super easy for golfers to get a little bit too much inside. So I've done a video, a low point control series, 5-part series. If you go and check out part 1, weight transfer, I talk about how the left leg will work, and then watch part 2. Those 2 videos will really help you out with the issue that you've got. Sorry about that, Mark.
Series almost sounds like Jackal.
Yeah,
we can talk about it in case no one's watched the last episode yet.
Yeah, I know. The series, actually, I did a series on the. I think I did it on the grip. I can't remember, but I did a series, and honestly, it was really rewarding to put some context, 2 or 3 videos on one topic, rather than just trying to package it all up in a short video. Yeah,
nice.
That was really good. Let's go all the way back down. So we all answered Golf Nerd. We would love to get out on the golf course, but probably not going to happen anytime soon. Anyway. No, absolutely not. Will M, is an 85 mile an hour 7 irons swing too fast for a hybrid iron, Cleveland Halo style?
No, it depends on your delivery. Again, those sort of heads are designed to get a bit of forgiveness but get it airborne. So if you're someone who swings at that speed but takes a lot of loft off, then they can help flight it. So look, if it's something that gives you consistency and makes the game more enjoyable, that's the most important thing. There isn't necessarily a right or a wrong speed or clubhead style for a handicap or anything along those lines. I mean, Monty played game improvement irons and got the world number 2. So it's more a case of, does it do the job that you need it to? If it does, then great.
Yeah. So Josh Gunton says Rory Scheffler versus Bryson and Brooks. I mean, that's some golf. Who's your money on? I mean, it's one.
Well, anyone with Scheffler in a team is going to win, aren't they?
Oh, do you think? I was going to go with the other one. That'd be interesting.
I just think that he's just that good at the moment.
You have Rory and Scheffler, and I'll have Brooks for £1.
Yeah, good.
Right, super. Right, we'll just get ourselves over here. Gary has said, Stuart, part 3 hint. Give a hint on part 3 is going to be about. Part 3 is coming out tomorrow, Gary. But patience, man, patience. Part 3 is out. Oh no,
spoiler
no, patience. Part 3 is out on Friday. Patience, enjoy it. Enjoy it. Graham Garwood, good evening, gents. Great show, thank you. Could you test a 16-inch stiff bristle broom against a 12-inch soft bristle broom, please? Your choice of handle. It is Christmas. Very blinking funny
See
guy.
which one cleans up better.
Yes. Now, if you've checked out, I did a Sky Sports Tea Time Tips show, 1 hour long. I got the broom in. Go check it out. Go check it out. Good. That's very cheeky, but I like that. The Yorkshire Blade. We've got a Yorkshire Blade. Yep. Gone from standard GP Tour velvet to mid-size Z cord and added 4 grams to the head. Will there be dancers?
Chances are you've probably over-adjusted in the head because there's only a few grams. There's only got 5 grams difference between those, 5 or 6. So you might have made the swing rate a little heavy. So try just taking a little bit of weight back off the head.
Very good. Carl Spreadbury. How are you, Carl? Nice to hear from you. Stu, if I bring the gin, can I join you? I think that he says, can you John Friday? I think what he meant to write was, can I join Friday, Carl?
He might not know what his name is on Friday.
If you bring the gin, you are more than welcome to come down, but you've got to be in by 5:30. Got to be in by 5:30. No stragglers, but can you send me an email anyway, and then I'll add it to the list. Papa B. If I'll wait until next year for the Hazardous Gen 5, you two are truly on a different level of golf knowledge. Well, that's very kind of you. You're the Lennon and McCartney. Now
that's better than Statler and Waldorf, isn't it?
Crikey! I mean, look at where we've gone to. It was who was that? Morecambe and Wise. Morecambe and Wise. Now we're being
it's a good dance moves there.
Lennon and McCartney. We need a name for James though. Yeah. Sorry?
Elmo.
Elmo. The Lennon and McCartney. So we're Lennon.
I'm not going to say that means that there's a hand somewhere, but
Lennon and McCartney of YouTube golf. Not sure who's George and Ringo on your team. Golf Nerd 3. What are your favourite Christmas movies? Oh, there's only one Christmas movie for me. There's only one. Arthur.
I was going to The Holiday.
Oh, okay. Who's in that?
Cameron Diaz.
Oh, no reason why you like that then.
The wife likes it. The wife likes it.
Yeah, of course she does. Yeah. No,
He was like to say Die Hard or something.
Yeah. Do you remember Arthur? The movies?
I haven't watched that. No.
Yeah.
Muppet Christmas Carol I do like. Do you like the Muppets?
Yeah. I don't think really Arthur is a Christmas
Sounds
film.
like about a night.
No. It's what was the name of the James will know. What's the name of the actor? Dudley Moore. Moore. It was an alcoholic.
Oh, yeah.
Super wealthy.
He's done a few Christmas films, though, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I thought he's an elf.
Yeah, no, it's good. So that's our two. What's yours, Golf Nerd? Tell us yours. The Left Rough, that's a good handle. In London for the weekend, must come back without the missus. Now that's an opening line.
Must not watch this with the missus if you get a comment like that.
Would rather a PG fitting over a West End show this evening, if I'm being honest.
Oh, which one are you watching?
Yeah, which one are you watching? And is the wife in the shower while you're watching this? That's brilliant. Finn Radcliffe, that's brilliant. Finn Radcliffe, hi Stuart. Why are some people online promoting a really strong bowed wrist push draw? Do you really want me to answer that question? I think you only need to tune into my channel to know why I don't like that. Doesn't seem to make sense, as surely you want to keep your hand path close to legs to keep your club head on plane. I've done a whole myriad of videos on this. The bowing of the left wrist is just such a nasty sensation for any good golfer. It's just a fix to get the ball having some sort of bend to the left, and ultimately if you're pushing the handle up and out to the right because you're tucking it in and swinging from the inside, you're going to need to do something to close the face off, and bowing the left wrist is a way forwards. It's just
a fashionable thing with Rahm and Koepka and Dustin and
Golf Nerd is Love Actually.
Yeah,
it's a good film, that.
Martin McCutcheon, isn't it? And Hugh Grant.
Yeah. What was the blonde-haired girl's name in that?
I don't know.
Yeah, the one with the black guy that's at the door, that's holding up the. Oh no, no. The one that's the guy is filming the wedding on his film.
You talking about Four Weddings and a Funeral?
No. Love Actually. No, anyway, it's good film. It's good film.
I haven't watched that for a very long time.
I like Love Actually. Daryl Carpenter. Evening, chaps. Good evening, Daryl. Love the show. Looking forward to Friday. Thought Joe the Pro was joining you tonight. He was, but unfortunately there's been a slight problem behind the scenes that Joe had to nip off, so couldn't make it tonight, but he will be back in at some point.
sure we'll get
for
him in on another one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
doubt, no doubt.
Mm.
Any decent fitting centres in the Midlands or up north you could recommend? Thanks for the content. Well, let me tell you, we're 2 hours away. Get yourself down here and come join us. Don't be going around the Midlands. I mean, why would you? Hopefully I cleared that question up for you. Golf Nerd, love actually, and Daniel Winterbottom. We're going to have time for a little nearest the pin, I think. I think we're having a little nearest the pin. Give the audience what they want. Daniel Winterbottom.
We ought to, certainly. wouldn't we?
Hi, gents. Love the show. I'm thinking of going lighter weight graphite shafts, but want to keep the feel. Would similar swing weight compensate?
A little bit. The only danger is you can end up almost getting a detachment from the head. So there are some graphites that have the balance down the bottom end. Acra, the TZ series, the RTX Project X, and then if you go to Axions and things, they do as well. But if you have a kind of a neutrally balanced shaft and just weight the head up to try and get swing weight up, all you're doing is creating a detachment like a lead ball in the end of a piece of string kind of setup. You could end up with no connection to the head, and then that is a very strange feeling. So it doesn't necessarily work just to match swing weight, but there are some graphites that can give you lighter weight and keep balance in the bottom end.
Golf Nerd says the door scene is with Keira Knightley.
She's not blonde.
Is she not?
No. Well, she might have been in that film. She's certainly not.
I think she was in that film. She was.
Just started watching Black Dove
Really?
series. Yeah, that's interesting.
We're watching something I've forgotten the name of, so I'm not going to.
It must be enthralling.
It really is. It really is a good. Oh, good. I can see the name. It's in yellow. It's on Netflix. Anyway, doesn't matter. Nobody wants to hear about what I'm watching. But Norwegian Warhound is in the house. Was curious.
We ought to get the horns.
Yeah, it was curious if you kept your same grip with full swing, chipping and pitching. Absolutely. I'm still not 100%, but I'm going stir crazy and might do some short game work. Any plans for any short game content? Yes. I am heading out to Portugal at some point in the new year. And so I'll be doing a bit of short game content. So yeah, it'll be coming to you. I've had lots of requests for that.
I use my putting grip for chipping.
Yeah.
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 Go reverse overlap.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've done it a lot. I've done it a long time. I think for
works.
me, because I'm very right-handed and I shut the face down, that kind of helps just to stabilize. It feels more stable.
Yeah.
But it's just something way back when that was sort of someone said, oh, always quickly taught that's what you do. So I've just stuck with it. I can't
Reverse
imagine what, again, for someone very right-handed to do that, I'd just stick it in the dirt every time, I think.
Well, I think we should have a little nearest the pin. Should we have a little nearest
Yeah,
the
we
pin?
can do nearest the pin, absolutely.
Do a little nearest the pin at Casa de Campo.
No, because we might use that on Friday.
Oh, right, okay.
We can do that.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that.
Do you want to do it just on that hole?
Josh Wright says Royal St George's par 3 11th, 242 yards. Nasty man.
They might not have that tee on it.
Nasty. Declan Murphy, have you heard of Tour X in Wigan? You guys are a little far away, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's Nick Hibbs. Been around a long time. So yeah. Yeah, no, Nick, I say Nick's been in the game for a long time, so yeah, he's Wigan way. Yeah.
Ian M, is there a release date for the GT2 hybrids, and have you hit them?
Haven't hit them yet, and they're going to be most likely back end of January, early Feb.
Daniel Winterbottom, thank you for your answer. I currently play Modus 130S at D2, want to keep similar feel but lighter and graphite.
So I was focusing on this.
No, I want to keep similar feel but lighter and in graphite. So he currently plays Modus 130S at D2. He asked, hi gents, love the show. I'm thinking of going lighter weight graphite shafts but want to keep the feel. So that was his original question, and then he followed it up with the shafts that he's currently playing, a 130S at D2.
Okay, so you can go a lot lighter very easily than an 130 gram shaft. I mean, into those, anything kind of, actually something like a 130. You've got the steel fibers at a 110. They're going to feel harder though. Alternatively, in terms of composites, some of the there's a 115 in the Acra, the TZs. Might swing a little tip heavy. Let's think of that weight. A lot of the graphites get quite stout, almost a little bit dead once you get into the 115, 120. So probably tend to stay around 110, 115 and try and keep a little bit of sort of smoothness to the shaft. So possibly either the Tours Eds, the 105, 115s, or the steel fibre I-110s I'd go with.
Finn Radcliffe asks, hi both, best way to build a wedge chart over this winter?
I would say it's getting somewhere where you can kind of track your swing lengths and get the feels for certain distances and dial that in. You might find off mats you might get slightly different distances, so kind of get your reference markers, and then once the weather sort of starts to improve, then go and check them against out on turf.
The best way, if you're going to work on your wedge game in the winter and you want to take out the equation spin rates and distances, is just take a golf club and just stand there and just bring up two numbers, your dynamic loft and your club speed. If you can get those two exactly the same, the only thing left is to then get the right strike. But if you're delivering the same loft and the swing speed is the same, you know you're going to have a pretty good opportunity of making the ball keep going the same number. If the spin rates are altering.
Oh, you mean keep repeating the numbers rather than matching swing speed and,
and
dynamic loft?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
keep repeating
just
the
keep
dynamic loft.
That's right.
And the swing speed
that's
rather
right.
than
that's right. Yeah, and that way you'll feel like you've got yourself some control over your swing speed and dynamic loft, which then gives you the opportunity to control your distance. So that'd be the best way to go.
So we've got 2 goes each.
Well, this is an attract. I mean, can you imagine standing on that hole in the middle of February, 235 yards? You want to just walk straight to the clubhouse, wouldn't you?
Well, you're getting a head cover off.
Yeah, I know.
For sure.
235. Where's the wind?
Down 3 miles an hour downwind.
Oh, very good.
I wasn't going to go.
No, and well done for you not going there.
Yeah, and it's you first.
Oh, it's me first, right? Let's get the top
And
on.
you've got to hit my clubs as well.
Brilliant. No, I mean, why not? Let's just make it as hard as possible.
Yeah. So 235. I've set the green to firm because it's a links.
235. I mean, I've got your 4-iron here. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that there, but we're going to.
If you pitch it, I reckon if you can pitch it front half, then yeah. Oh. Great hole this. For those that don't know it, it's 2-tier green, 2 bunkers up the left, 2 bunkers up the right. The green sends everything to the left. Anything that doesn't quite make it up the slope goes left, goes towards the bunkers. So yeah, brilliant, strong par 3.
Right. Come on, Stu. Feels like it's got a little bit of right on it. Well, that's a sighter. That's got. I've got.
Considering that's not your club, that's not bad at all.
I think I've got enough on that. I think I've got enough on that to get that there. Right. Here we go. This is the one. This is the one.
You didn't pick the simplest beast for us, did you?
No. They're hardcore. Playing hardcore. Oh, it's a bit right as well. Bother.
So prime example of those shafts aren't heavy enough for you to drop in to give you something to pull against and turn over.
Yeah. Well, are you going with that?
I'm going to keep the same club.
Okay. I think we're going to have another go at that. I'm not very happy with that display of lack of talent.
Right.
I mean, you're doing well.
It's odd standing here and not feeling wind. I'm so used to playing this hole being battered by the wind.
Oh, is that a touch left? Is that coming back? Oh, he's played one.
That's bunker.
He's played
bunker.
One. No. That's straight on. Lawned it. Nice shot, sir.
Thank you very much.
That's very good.
Yeah.
Do you? I mean, you've got another go at it.
Yeah.
See if you can beat it 40 feet. I mean, if you knock it inside that, he's been practicing all last week. There's no way he's hit 3 shots.
That's going to be right. I think I held that off a little bit.
No, I'm not sure.
I think I've just clung onto it. Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad though. Thanks for the suggestion of the 235-yard par 3, by the way. Whoever's idea that was.
Very kind of you.
That was a rotten idea. Let's have can we have another go at that? Because I'm not very happy with it.
Do you want that or do you want a different one?
Go on then, let's go a different one. Let me ask another question. Nana, that's a good handle, I like that. Na. Would you expect to struggle with putting and lose shots when using a 8802 style over an Answer style putter? Not really, it just depends what suits you and where your stroke's at, really. What are your thoughts on that, Simon?
The only thing with it is that the 8802 is complete toe hang, complete blade. if the putter style doesn't suit you and you're not someone who uses the toe weight to square the face, then yeah, you're probably going to miss hit it. It's not a forgiving putter, but actually, there are some players who putted incredibly well with them over the years and still do. So like I say, if the putter doesn't suit you, then yes. If it does, then you'll be absolutely fine. Hopefully, you're not hitting it that hard to require forgiveness. Went 16th. Thought we go the 16th at Sandwich.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, no, that's nice.
Slightly more comfortable.
Finn Radcliffe goes on to say, also just wanted to say a big thanks to Simon for wedges. Shot 69 to win the winter comp last weekend, and having a low bounce MG 460 out the hard sandy bunkers was amazing. That is great
stuff.
to hear.
Good
Congrats.
scoring.
Yeah, congrats
Good
on
scoring,
the win.
yeah.
Craig T. I have is it me or you?
Me, this time around.
Craig T, I have a TSR2 driver with a GD Tour AD UB 5 regular. I mean, is that a shaft? I mean, is that even a shaft? Swing speed is 92 to 95. Should I try UB or other GD shaft in GT 16.5 3-wood? I mean, some people would think this is more code.
I mean, the UB's got a slightly more stable tip than some. So you might find that something like the IZ is a better fairway shaft for you. The IZ's probably not a dissimilar balance point. So something like the IZ6 could be a very good fairway shaft for you, I would say.
Yorkshire Blade says, I think Stuart needs to bring his own clubs off. Don't worry about that, Yorkshire Blade. I'm keeping my powder dry, not showing my hand. There's going to be some pairing up going on, and Simon and I aren't together, put it that way.
No, I think it should be blondes versus brunettes.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Todd and I are taking on Charlie and Simon. Yeah.
So, no wind, 156.
Yeah.
Greens are firm, and it does run down off the front. So I normally go smooth 8. I'm going to black 9 in at the front.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you?
And hope I don't miss hit it.
Got it. Oh, touch bottom edge. Touch bottom edge. Let's hope it spins up.
You're hoping it's a touch bottom edge.
Let's hope it spins up and plugs in the face of the foot trap. Oh, that's nasty. That's a nasty, nice shot. Yeah, very good. We're really, really pleased for you.
I'm thrilled at that.
Golf nerd, how about 7th at Pebble Beach into a 20-mile-an-hour wind, much more relaxed? Yeah, we'll do that next. We'll do that next, Golf nerd, no problem.
Oh, Pebble Beach is being loaded up this week.
Oh, is it? Okay. Oh, yeah, we're going to use, we might, yeah, okay. Kev,
punch one in a little bit lower.
You've gone in a little bit lower, have you? I
just thought, but that's tracking as well.
That might be in.
Oh,
healthy shot. All right. Just calm yourself down. Nice play there. Nice play. Calm yourself down. You hit that 2
I'm using them up.
Yeah, you are. I'm really pleased.
My
about
partner's
that.
going to be very unhappy with me for using up any
outrageous.
ability too early in the week.
I feel like the screen is a bit too far right for me.
It's geared up for the line of the shot.
Is it? Okay. All right. Okay.
It's not like I might have had a play around with this babe before.
Playing in with your swing tendencies.
Exactly. Any advantage one can get.
That wasn't a bad pass at it, that one.
Draw back.
Come on. It's a better start.
Going down towards Thomas Bjorn land.
That's not a bad start. I'll take that. That's not a bad start. It's
good.
not a bad start, that. There's a little bit more draw on it.
21 foot,
21,
not bad.
Yeah, not bad. Come on, right. I don't think I'm going to be able to beat 2 feet, though.
You never know.
Don't be defeated, Stuart.
Oh, that's a better line.
Oh, yeah.
Gin could be on you. Oh, hello, look at this exhibition stuff.
This is not looking too bad.
Oh.
Go on, run out.
Oh, very, very good.
Yeah, swine.
Oh.
Good shot, so good shot.
Thank you very much.
We'll take those. We've done ourselves proud there.
Quit while we're ahead.
Yeah, exactly. Kev T. Hi. With the release of the new Cobra clubs, do you think clubs are getting too technical?
No, I think there's. I would assume you're referring to the Future Fit 33 sleeve. Do I think it's a little complicated? Possibly. Essentially, they're using that to try and give them more options than anyone else. And Is it a bit confusing? Probably. If you need your own QR code for something, and that it's pretty extreme. However, it does have some effect. Is it game changing? I don't think so. It's just taking what everyone else has done and expanding it out a little bit. But the tech is there for everyone's benefit, and sometimes it does go too far, or they try too hard with it and actually end up going backwards a little bit because it affects performance. So like TaylorMade with the composite face, it will get there to being really good, but the last couple of series, some of the applications from the structure and the way they join the face to the frame haven't quite, I don't think they're quite worked how they wanted it to. Excited for the next one. I think that could be very good. But yeah, it looks like another lot of good product this coming year.
If you're not aware, we have got a super special Friday night live. It starts at 6 p.m. on Friday, 20th of December. Myself, Simon, Charlie Hull, Todd Clements are going to be in the studio, and maybe one other to be confirmed. 2 hours, got a live studio audience, almost 40 people here. It's going to be a great night, 2-hour show. There's going to be gin involved. There's going to be mulled wine and mince pies and all sorts of things. And more importantly, you're going to have a great opportunity to ask questions to some of the best players in the world as we speak. So do join us 6 p.m. this Friday. We've got a couple of spots left. If you want to be a part of the live studio audience, drop us an email if you'd like to do that. Daniel Winterbottom, is it common to square the face on irons and fairway woods, but struggle with driver, whatever the setup? It can be, yeah, absolutely. Strike is such a big player with driver. If you're misstriking it, that can be one of the biggest attributes to having poor curvature on the driver. So I would always go straight to the strike point first and then start to work back from there with your technique.
And shaft length as well. It's the one bit, it's the longest club. That might be, by the sounds of it, it might be worth investigating a shorter driver shaft.
Louis asks, hi guys, is there a simple way you balance out what feels a too heavy iron head?
If the head weight is the problem, then that's difficult, because all you can do is go to a higher balance or a counterbalance shaft or a heavier grip to try to make it swing lighter. But the problem then is you're trying to rectify a problem at one end by creating kind of two wrongs don't really make a right. So you can kind of put a sticking plaster over it by counterbalancing, but if the head is too heavy for you, then you will always struggle with that.
Nana, considering a just reading the handle, considering a combo set
Sure, that's
of
a line
Wilson,
from a song.
a set of Wilson staff modelled CB and MB, long iron CB, 6 to 9 iron MB.
Yep.
I would bend the short irons weak, but considering going full set of CB, any performance reasons for short irons with MB?
Not an awful lot. The blades will spin a hair more. They're going to feel just a little bit more solid. The CBs, you get there's a little bit of tungsten out in the toe in the longer irons. But there's not like there's any face tech on the CB, so you're not getting ball speed by going to the CB head. Sometimes it's just some blades, like I play a blade because I like playing the blades, I like the feel of them. I'm not looking for a head to give me a load of ball speed performance, so I might as well go to something that feels nice. And some of it is, I like the way they look, feel nice, I feel good about playing them. So.
Charlie March, what are some lighter weight alternatives to Dynamic Gold X100s with similar profiles? DG120 is too head heavy for my swing.
Yeah, so I think you can go into, some of the KBS can get a little bit high balance point, but I would say, I said around 118, 120. I actually can nip on 1150s, underrated shaft. They a little bit of life to them. They're not going to feel quite as stout, but the balance point isn't too strange. They're about 117, 118. Modus 115, that might be a good option for you. Again, high one teens, pushing 120, but a little bit of stability through the middle, not too harsh on the tip, not as tip balanced as a Modus 105 or 120. So that'd be a good shout.
I've been described like that, not too harsh in the middle, but quite heavy on the tip. Niels Axelson says Simon is on fire going into Friday. Well, listen.
Yeah, I might have peaked too soon.
Yes, keeping your powder dry, Niels. Come on, let's. Don't want to show your hand too early. You know what I mean? Andrew Hommant just wanted to drop in and say hi. It's lovely to have you on, Andrew. I'm beyond excited to pick up my clubs tomorrow, and thanks to Jenny for such wonderful customer service. That is so lovely to hear. Thank you for
Absolutely,
that. Do you prefer chockies, biscuits, or both, as I'll bring some in.
What biscuits with chocky on? Dipped shortbread.
I tell you what, I mean that dipped shortbread, half chocolate, half just
No,
plain.
this is just. I mean, I'm sure I got a sight of some moob on the chair there. No, this is such a bad couple of weeks. I love Christmas. Love Christmas food and lunch and wine and God, you just come out of Christmas feeling disgusted at yourself.
Let it go.
But if you don't, you haven't had a proper Christmas.
Exactly. Hello fellas, Mark Rowley. My practice sessions on TrackMan don't always pick up the club head data. Any tips on ball positioning? Well, if the ball is out of position, TrackMan will usually pop up a sign and tell you. But if you're using a TrackMan 3 inside, they are a bit of a pain picking up off of a mat. They're a bit of a pain in general. But 4s should be all right.
Yeah, there's a radar for the head. So if it's not picking up the club path numbers, then try to get it recalibrated, and it should, once you're within, it's about certainly a foot square, then even slightly outside of that it should pick it up. So check the calibration on that.
Right, we need another par 3.
We
need another par 3. Let's go for another longie. Can't beat a long iron into a par 3.
Are we going a different course?
Yeah, let's go. Well, no, you choose. You choose. Well, what about at your home course? You've got St George's Hill on there?
No, not on here. No, it hasn't been mapped yet.
Okay.
And we could do the
Valderrama.
drift.
Let's do a bit of Valderrama.
That's. You say the drift's on here if you want that.
No, not
15?
that desperate. Sorry?
15?
Oh, lovely. 225-yard par 3. Love that. Love the idea of playing another long par 3.
The green down for a bit.
See if we've got any more questions coming in. No, the chaps are dry. Save all those great questions for Friday. It's going to be an absolute bumper evening. I'm really excited about it.
Use the pros as resources to kind of find out.
Absolutely.
It's so rare that you're going to get a chance to actually ask them.
Oh my goodness! I mean,
so,
ask a question live. James will be taking down all of your very best questions during the night. Ooh. He doesn't know that yet, but that's as well as controlling all of the cameras and making sure everyone's okay. Because of course he's going to be in amongst all of the audience, so they're going to be a sort of pressure-packed editing,
So 217.
Have you played Valderrama?
No, I'd love to get down there at some point.
It's one of those golf courses. It's like, it's scratching a bit of a scab. It hurts, but it's pleasurable.
Yeah, I've heard the first time sometimes can be the best round because you're not aware of quite how tight things are. Just enjoying it the first time round. The
first hole just sets it up beautifully. If you've got a flag on the front, there's a cork tree. There's a cork tree that doesn't allow you to get at the front flag.
Oh, really?
Because you have to play it to the middle of the green because it's high and it's literally plumb in the middle of the green, about 3 feet off of it. It's
not like overhanging from the side.
Oh no. So if this is the start of the green here, then the cork tree is there. So if there's flags here, you can't physically get to it.
Oh. Yeah. So we've got 217, 25 foot downhill, so it'll play 8 yards downhill, so 209. Where's the ball bit breeze? I'm going to try rinsing a 5-iron. This might not quite be enough club.
Well, I mean, I hope you knock it really close so that you use up all of that positive, good golf, ahead of Friday.
Not with that strike I'm not going to.
Oh,
it's on line though.
Yeah.
Maybe just drifting right a little.
This is an intimidating tee shot here. I used to love it when they played the Volvo Masters here at the end of the year. Yeah. I thought that was always such a great tournament. Always sort of rounded off the year nicely, didn't it?
Just proper test of golf.
Doesn't have the same feel in Dubai, does it? Do you think? I mean,
not quite. I get why they're there for the temperature and everything, but 100%, actually,
100%.
It feels like it favours the long hitters so much, whereas this course, the best golfer one.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And everyone likes to go out in Marbella as well.
Well, that was struck.
Oh, that was ripped. That looks quite tasty, to be fair. Good graphics, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, look, he's at it again.
And this one's on the TrackMan. This is the Virtual Golf 3.
Have a day off, will you, for goodness sake?
21 foot. Yeah, Virtual Golf 3. So this one, they've done some where they've upped the quality of the graphics.
Yeah, I saw the roadway up in the back.
Ridiculous
it's
now.
Great, isn't it? Right, well, I'm going to go for a little Virginia in now, because I think 5-iron might be a bit much for me. He says.
Oh, it's 3 goes each.
Oh, is it?
Well, we'll
Okay.
we'll be able to. We'll know from the numbers.
Yeah.
I think 21'9".
Yeah, I can definitely.
Or we can each have a third go.
Yeah.
Just count one of yours as mine and mine as one of yours.
Right. Oh, that might be quite good.
That sounded good.
Don't fade too much. Don't fade too much.
No, just try and be clever with the shot shape.
Yeah. I'll let one more, and then you can have your last one. I don't really see a straight one in there. Can't really get myself to.
It's not. Yeah, that's one of those. Actually, yeah. For something like this, what dictates to you the shot shape that you'd hit?
The way the land is lying, and the just the way the land is lying and where it's pointing me. I mean, that is never screaming draw to me.
I guess missing it left is high, and then you got a horrible
shot
back.
Yeah. So I'm trying to aim at the front left-hand corner of that trap and just peel it off of that if I can. Oh, not off that toe strike. I'm just getting all the barrels out. Go hard.
Yeah, that could end up really good.
Go. No, it's shocking. I'm blaming your clubs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hit a beautiful one in there. Hit a beautiful one in there.
Just
see if we've got any new questions come in.
It's interesting because I've always been a right to left player, so I'd look at this and go, actually, right edge of the ground, but not I'm now not hitting a 15-yard draw.
Yeah.
So I'd look at this and go, aim between the pin and the bunker and then just let it just drift back that way. Sounds pretty, doesn't it?
You've been playing all the shots.
Or pull it slightly, which is
I think
then
it just
ends up
goes
being
to
good.
show how important
No, see that's rotten now.
fitted golf clubs are. I mean, you've struck all yours really quite nicely. They're with you, whereas it feels like I'm not at one with the golf
playing
club.
a different game.
It's interesting though, isn't it? This whole point.
And things if you're good enough, you can find a way of making them work, but
Yeah.
you've got to find that way every single swing, and that's blooming hard.
So we've no new ones on there, and what have we got on here? Louis Goucher, are the Fujikura Axiom iron shafts a counterbalance shaft? Many thanks in advance.
No, they're not. No, in the lighter weights, they're relatively tip balanced. It evens out as you go up to the 125s because there's more material in the whole shaft. But the Velocore material is more down the tip section, so it stabilizes that, minimizes bending, and to really kind of tighten up the performance and the spin profile. So 75 and the 105 are fairly tip balanced, and then the 125 lower mid.
Mark Blass, built up my driver grip CP2 wrap standard from 2 wraps to 4 wraps. Played yesterday and couldn't feel the head as well. How much would 2 additional wraps affect swing weight?
Barely half a point. It may be that actually just going bigger you've lost some of the sensation in your fingers. If the grip gets into the palm of the hand, I was doing a fitting earlier with a 6'8" gentleman, and we went to really some quite. He's got massive hands. We went to some quite big grips in the full swing irons, but then went a bit smaller in the wedge. He's still bigger than the jumbo, but went to a smaller grip. He got it into his fingers more, and he was much better at the partial swings with it. So there is an argument for not going too big to keep some feel in the kind of the tactile bit of your hands and the fingers, and keep some feel for the club head.
Well, that pretty much wraps up all of the questions. We've got one more in. Craig, loving your low point series, Stuart. This is from Craig. I'm a drawer of the ball, and when I keep the feet planted and work the lead leg, my right side seems to come forward, and the circle points too far left help. The lead leg, my right side seems to come forwards, and the circle points too far left. So that could be the fact that you are unloaded the golf club too hard, so your angle of attack is a little bit on the light side. So I would stand by for part 3, which is the handle pull. Remember, it's 5 parts, so there's lots to come on that. So just stay with me, and I'll see you right, and that will fix that too far left with your path. What can we all expect from Friday?
Fun and loads of info. I think there are going to be some challenges. There's going to be, I think the chance to actually have 2 players who have been there and done it at the top level in a wide variety of scenarios to actually say, how do you go about this? Or just to have the opportunity to converse with them, and which is so hard to do. Where else can you get a chance to actually have a question answered by one of the top players in the world?
And they're going to be in great spirits. They've got some off time now. They're training, not playing any competitive golf, so they'll be unwound down. So they should be in really great spirits with it. I know they're super excited to come down and have the 2 hours with us. So we're eternally grateful to Todd and to Charlie for joining us on Friday. So we're going to have a nice audience with us as well. So a slightly different atmosphere.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We really appreciate all of your participation, and for those of you that are going to make it on Friday, if you can, please be here by 5:30. We really don't want to answer the door in the build-up to the show and put anyone off beat. So if you could be here by 5:30, that'd be really appreciated. But other than that, we really hope you can join us on Friday. It's going to be a superb couple of hours, and hopefully not only is it going to be fun to watch, but it's going to be super informative. We'll probably not do any demoing in terms of comparison of that kind of stuff and really do any of the equipment specifics. It's all going to be about the guests and get the most out of them. I know we're both super excited, and we hope you can join us. Thank you so much for being with us this evening. We look forward to seeing you Friday, 6 p.m. Don't be late. It's going to be a top show. See you then.